Everybody, welcome to Survivor with Jay, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Jay.
My name is Colleen.
And I'm Chris has his balls free.
Welcome to the show. Jack, I was kind of, subtly hoping you would be like, I'm just going to hang out over here and paint my flag.
That's good strategy.
I was just pissed off at the end because Joe, why did you even come and play again if you're not even going to try to do anything different or try to actually be strategic or try to actually play the damn game besides?
Well, I was worried. I said, oh, great. It's a balancing challenge.
Yes.
It's like when Boston Rob was there. Everything was a puzzle challenge.
Yeah.
So I go, everything's going to be a balance, and he'll sweep right through it. You made a mistake. No, they voted you off, Joe. That was the best move to do.
Well, I mean, like, what? They're all, like, starting to go and plan everything, and really it seemed the wins were against Kelly, but he just, like, sits it out.
Yeah, which has always been his problem, like you said.
And
I'm going to change my social game.
He didn't change it at all.
He gets arrogant.
He does, but I wonder.
Is that arrogance or, like, just... I
don't think it was arrogance. I think it was just...
I mean, I guess it could be if you're not even... You just assume what you're doing is going to... But it's not any different. This is third time. It's no different.
Who was it? Ron that went up to him?
Yeah.
And he basically blew him off, and that's rule number one. When someone comes up, like the time where, going back to
it's the
Penner and
Penner. It's the Penner problem,
yeah, the Penner. Right? Yeah. Well, also Malcolm had the same thing when they were like, "Want to go to Final Four?" and he was like, "No." It's like, dummy, you always say yes.
You tell people what they want to hear. That's the key to the game. You tell people what they want to hear, and either they believe it or they don't. But you don't just go, yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm just going to sit here and paint my thing. Why don't you go check out what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I know. And even at Tribal, his little tinglers were going off. And
I almost used that one.
I was wondering if you would.
I said, "Oh, my little," but I'd already written down. Chris has his ball, and I know they were joke. That even the contestants were joke.
Oh yeah,
that was a great one because he. What was the whole thing? He was like, Chris has his. What was it? Chris has all his balls out, and now he can get in on this, or something like that.
Is Keith's stick strong enough to?
No, oh my God, yeah,
or something like that. Is it?
Yes, is Keith's stick strong enough?
Well,
and then Lauren,
obviously not.
And then during the immunity challenge, it was Lauren's really got the front of her pole dipping down now.
Yes.
Would you see where Reem messed up and Jeff said something? He goes, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah. Didn't she also? Wasn't that at one point she was like, "For the love of God"? And I was like, I am so glad that you are going to, even though the whole thing is kind of weird and random, and I don't think the community as a whole loves it. I am really excited that Reem is on the jury. I think she's going to be a really fun jury member.
I like the twist. I like the fact because I think. If you go back and listen to our podcast when we did Redemption Island, we always said they wait too long to get back in the game. That's the problem with it. I would have ended it there. I would have said, okay, this is it. Okay, you had your chance to get back in. Now no one can get back in. Because now Joe has a chance to get back in.
Yeah, because I would have. I was hoping when like Reem got voted. I'm sorry, Joe got voted out. They would have then panned to Reem, and be like, "Oh, come on,
I'm gonna kill him."
Well, they did kind of show Aubrey, and everybody was like, "Oh, great! There goes our chances of getting back in."
Chance to get back in.
But
they get that whole emotional thing too. They're crying things. Oh, you're gonna get back in the game.
Oh, I know that was kind of cruel. And then we have they get there, and Wendy and Keith were like, or was not Keith?
No, it was
Keith.
Keith
and Wendy. Yeah.
Wendy and Keith were like, you know what? We were just kidding.
I don't get that. You went this, and Wendy was close in the challenge.
I know she was, and she had been out there the least amount of time.
I think for her, but her whole gameplay makes sense to me. The two of them, I totally see being the first to give up.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I'm surprised Keith lasted this long. To be honest with you, but what I didn't like though is when Jeff said they had it just as hard as you did. They should have it harder. on Extinction Island.
I think they
Personally,
definitely
it
had
was.
it harder.
I think
that's
it
what
was,
I thought,
from
but
what I
he
saw.
said they had it just as hard as you, and I'm like going, it should be harder.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a bad turn of phrase for Jeff, because just based on watching it, it seems a lot harder.
I mean, and now you have a second chance to get back in the game.
Especially Reem, like I feel like she probably has had the worst of it because once she was alone for so long, then it was just Keith for so long. Like it was. And again, I like Keith. It isn't a knock against him, but still, like just two people alone on an island.
Well,
for
now that they have
the growth he has, he looks like he's 19 now.
No, now that they have Joe there, I feel like they might have gotten a step up, at least in the food department.
Getting fish and all that kind of stuff.
Because Joe is good at that stuff.
Okay, but if I'm Joe, I don't get him fish.
Well, actually, so here's the thing. If I'm Joe, I butter up to them, and knowing that I'm probably as of right now, the biggest competitor he has out there is Chris. But you want to make sure that you treat them all really well, because if you're the one that's getting back in, you want to do some jury management. Because if they're going to be on the jury. So was it smart to send Joe over there knowing that, he might have a chance at buying their vote?
No, they had to get rid of him.
Can I also say, though, that I feel like this isn't the final jury either. Like, because the way Jeff described them coming back, it didn't seem like he was as committed to them being in the final jury. Do you feel like the last challenge will not only be to possibly get back in the game again, but to also be in the final jury? Like, there's some people that won't make it in the final jury.
Unless they're counting on people to raise the white flag.
True.
You know that as soon as those two, all the producers were like, damn it, now we have to spend money on that trip.
But here's the thing, like if you're at the jury, why do the flag now?
Yeah, I would, because most Survivor players say what they enjoyed most was at least getting to the jury.
Yeah.
Having a say on who wins. I would stay no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I bet you
got to think if Wendy and Keith knew that they could stay.
Yeah.
That they would be on the jury, they would have stayed.
Yep. But I think, unless they want a really big jury, but I think that...
Oh my God, they would have a jury of 16? Well, no, 14?
Forget the after show. That it's going to take an hour for them to vote.
So, I think whatever the final challenge will be could also be whittle down the jury a little bit. That would be my thought. And just throwing more twists in the game as well.
I guess. That
right
sucks,
now,
though.
Yeah, so far it's I'm not going to be one of those purists like, oh, you're killing the game. But anyway.
Well, they killed the game a long time ago.
It's been dead for years. All right. We have a new episode to talk about, Colleen.
We've already been talking about it.
We have been, and it's great just to jump in it like that. We do have a recap to get into. And do we have any listener feedback, Colleen?
Well, that's a great question, Jay. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Before we start, we have to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Today, March 27th, is Jay's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The whole thing, we'll have to pay royalties.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's why all the restaurants sing their own version.
I mean, I think there was a recent lawsuit to where they're saying the melody was actually before that published date, so it's public
who gets
domain,
it? Who do we know who gets it?
I don't know, some family or something. But anyway, thank you, Colleen. I didn't hear Jack sing, so thanks, Jack, for nothing.
Happy birthday.
He said it before we started recording, to be fair.
It's your birthday. I'm trying to think of one of the places I go to. Happy birthday. A birthday should be fun. Buddy.
My favorite is the, and I think it's beyond just Conky, but hibachi restaurants. I can't even do it right. So
don't.
Anyways, that's my favorite one because they bring out a little sherbet ice cream.
It's best when you have the little sake shots, though.
And the sake shots as well.
Yeah,
always makes it good. Anyway, yes,
that's a happy birthday.
Nothing I want to do more on my birthday than podcast with you two.
Thanks. Well, then let's get this show on the road. What are you waiting for?
All right.
Some producer you are.
Wow, it's my birthday.
That's true. You're a great producer.
What else should you be doing right now? Sleeping?
No, I'm not doing any. What are you talking? I'm trying to produce this show.
If we weren't doing this, he'd be playing guitar down here.
I'd be playing. Yeah, I have a band rehearsal this weekend. I have like 4 new songs that I've
Yes.
written.
Isn't this where you usually look at me and tell me, do the hurry up sign, get back on track hand motion?
And then I've got a poker game this weekend I got to plan for. I got a toy show that I got a big iteration of it I got to do.
So I do that
Really
with Sydney
stressful.
sometimes when we're recording our
move
YouTube
it
thing.
on.
Yeah.
That's all, you can't see me, but I'm hitting her leg.
Let's move it along. Move
Stop
it along.
talking.
But no, I love spending my nights podcasting with you.
All right, well, let's get to it. So we get there to the beach.
So Colleen is moving me along because finally she's the one who has to be in pain sitting here.
I am a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you have gas. It's not your problem.
It's all it
Not your
took.
fault.
And it's all it took to actually get her to move quicker, move quicker.
I am sitting up very straight, and it does hurt to laugh. So let's continue.
You need fizzy. What's it? Willy Wonka fizzy.
Yeah, fuzzy
Fizzle.
bottoms.
The teams, everybody gets to the beach. They get merged. They've got like these awesome colors, which I very much actually really love. The
Well,
bright
pink
pink and
and
the
purple, right?
purple
Yeah.
and the red. All my colors. All the things I
Colin's, like,
wear every
shouting
day.
in the mic right now.
Sorry.
So aggressive.
I can't. I don't know. They bring back the people from Extinction
You
Island.
came out of anesthesia without the control of the volume of your voice, which was a problem even before that. But now
That's not
even worse.
true. I was.
That's not true. Back to the challenge.
That's not true at all. They brought.
Zach says it is.
They brought. Yeah, Zach,
Mr. Bun Patty Bun.
Mr. Bun, Patty Bun, Ralph.
That's what he called himself all weekend. Mr. Bun Patty Bun.
I know. I was like, you got to think of your own name, and he was like, I'm JJ, and I was like, well, that's your dad's name, but okay.
It's good to see that Zach is as original as his grandpa when it comes
Yeah, I
to
know.
doing these names now.
It's hard when you don't have a show to take.
Come on, you're a professional. You're 14 years in. Wing it.
I know. I'll try it. I forget about it every time until we record.
You should use the quiet time that you get on the drive here.
Or the next time Ava takes a 4-hour nap, just to get a journal out.
No,
and
the
start
next time
writing
she
them
takes a 4-hour nap, take a nap with her.
That's true.
Well, it's an hour and a half and then a 2.5 hour nap. It wasn't 4 hours
Oh,
straight.
okay.
Regardless.
Still, you nap when they nap. That was my mantra. Nap
Yeah.
when they nap. All right, Colleen. Let's
Yes.
move this along.
So,
Jeez.
Jeez Louise. So
Man, I
they,
feel like I have gas.
they all had to. Oh my God! It's trapped gas in my shoulder. Leave me alone.
Well, now you got to
Oh,
explain
that's
it.
why
'cause
you're
people-
podcasting.
That is why I'm sitting like this. It is very uncomfortable.
You couldn't do the wave. Oh!
I could not do the wave right now. No, because
Or
it
maybe you
also
would do the
hurts
wave
to
and be-
laugh.
I'm free.
Stop.
Normally she would hit me, but now she's just
I
like,
I had to sleep sitting up last night. It was not fun. I did not like it at all.
I shouldn't laugh at your predicament, Colleen, but I'm gonna.
There, whatever. Okay.
Birthday, you can.
It is my birthday, right? You can't be
Yeah.
mad at me.
All right. So anyway, everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's what Edge of Extinction meant!" Wow.
Happy birthday, immunity. Poor Colleen, she wants to laugh, but she can't.
I can't laugh. I can't laugh.
I had laparoscopic surgery procedure done yesterday, and that's what I've got this trapped air from it. So if you've ever had it, you know.
Now we sound like we're insensitive.
Well,
Thanks,
you
Colleen.
know
It's my
what?
birthday, and you're making me sound like a jerk.
It really, because you just really hurt me, making me laugh. Okay. Anyway,
I'll go listen to other podcasts that don't laugh. This is Survivor Talk.
listen. If I wanted to go listen to a podcast and not laugh, I'd go listen to the Ramblecast After Dark. Heyo.
Well, if you last episode, sure.
Well, the one that doesn't exist.
Yeah. At least I told you when the commercial break was.
You did, which was really funny, actually. We all kind of laughed at that. We were all like, oh, okay, that's funny. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, they had to fight to get back in the game, and Aubrey was like, I got
She's
this.
shouting again.
Am I really?
Yeah, it's okay.
I thought it was a good challenge. I thought
It was a really good challenge.
It was a fair challenge for everybody.
Yeah, Chris got his balls free. Keith,
Well, what was Chris practicing so? It took him forever to do the sticks.
I know. I actually said that to Jay, too. I was
Yeah.
like, for somebody that practices every day, he sure sucks at it.
Well, maybe it's like there's like that pressure because you do know, so it just could be like one of those performance issues.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody.
Well, I mean, once he had his balls free, then he could really get in on it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if he didn't have to untie all those knots, he probably,
Yeah.
What pissed me off is Keith quits, and then he's the one that keeps me on Extension Island because he
Well, Well,
gave me the
you can
extra
blame Reem
challenge.
for that. Don't tell her that you're blaming her for that, but you can blame Reem for that one.
That's very true.
Yeah, she gave it to Keith. So,
yeah.
But honestly, if anybody had the throw the disadvantage to somebody, wouldn't you have given it to Chris?
I would have given it to Chris in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was necessarily. Yeah, it's a Keith issue. I think.
But now that we know Joe is back, there will be no disadvantages given by producers.
I hope so.
Here's a disadvantage you can give to everybody but Joe.
There's no shampoo on Extinction Island.
That's okay. He'll still make it work. You guys see the memes going around that had Captain Jack Sparrow
It is
and
very
Joe?
like a clean Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
It's the mustache. Anyways,
It's the less abusive Jack Sparrow. Hey-o.
Did anybody expect though Dad Bod to be the one that made it back in? I thought for sure it was going to be Wendy. Like she was doing great, even with like all the ticks and stuff, and then at the very end.
I thought she had it, but she just.
I was rooting for her because she was like plowing through her ticks.
Yeah.
Or her Tourette's.
Plus, I really actually
that's
enjoy
inspirational,
her.
and I do enjoy her as a person. But also, I was kind of like, if she gets back in, she's just an easy vote out.
Yeah.
So, from a game perspective, I didn't really want her back
again
in.
because, like we said last week, you can't have her in alliance because she's all over the place.
Yeah. So okay,
I was rooting for her as a person, but as a viewer of the game, I was like, I don't think that's the best person to come back in.
I was also really rooting for Reem when I thought she was going to go away because I just really. Like she's fun TV as well for me in like a whole different way than Wendy is.
I think she was trying to force herself to cry. Like the rest of the people. Yeah, Jeff, this is tough. Yeah. I didn't quit.
But I'm really glad that she's going to be sticking around for a while longer.
I wouldn't cross her. I mean, if she had to listen to this podcast, I would say, that was Jay making those jokes about you.
I didn't make it. I said, Reem, I think you're awesome.
Well, I think she's awesome, and I'm glad that she's on the jury. And I think that she better give a good jury game. Like.
She will.
She will. I mean, like, we got to elevate.
So now does Ponderosa officially become, like, Extinction
Wow,
Island?
that's the crappiest Ponderosa ever. Well, I guess with Joe there,
well, no,
maybe
it's not the crappiest because they still have one of them has a chance to get back in the game, theoretically. Right?
Yeah.
So.
But for all the rest of them, when do you think they'll bring the next person back in?
I hope it's not too long.
Like at 6?
That's too long.
I mean, there's like 27 still in there.
It has to be to where it's not. They somehow have an inside track to get to the final 3 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's got to be, and they shouldn't get like an immunity like
maybe
with,
at 7.
With Devin's got where he got the.
Yeah, they were like, "Here's an idol."
Yeah, it shouldn't be anything like that. You get back in the game that late, you're on your own.
Yep, I agree. You all right over there, Colleen?
Yeah, I agree. What?
Well, can Joe win it now because he was such a jerk when he left?
I don't think he was a jerk.
No, I don't think he was a jerk.
Oh, you made a mistake.
I was only halfway complete with my flag, you sons of bitches.
You made a mistake. The flag is incomplete.
I'm taking it with me.
But I love his whole... I'm sorry.
Please
Joe,
don't make me laugh.
You're kind of bumming me out in this episode, but he said, like, the flag is a phoenix, so I'm going to rise up again. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. It was a very Joe thing to say.
Like
okay.
You made your flag probably in your mind know you're going to get voted out because you haven't changed your game at all to like, be some type of redemption story. But come on.
I'm a huge threat.
Make your play be your redemption story, you son of a gun.
Okay, so Merge Feast. Nobody got drunk, which I was kind of bummed about.
And there's no idols.
Well, the idol went to Devin.
The idol went to Devin.
I know, but I'm just saying usually they have an idol there.
Yeah, well, Julia, who I every week keep thinking is going home, but Julia is glad that, her team's got, Kama's got the majority. Dad Bod, tells them that Extinction Island is like purgatory, and then Wentworth, all of a sudden Wentworth, like, I don't know if they're trying to give her like this villain like edit or something, because like the eye rolls and the faces and the like super PO'd confessionals.
She's been like that the whole time.
She has been, but I feel like it's really exploded over the last few weeks, more so than ever.
Maybe she had that surgery you had and she's got gas stuck in her.
Oh my God. At first it wasn't a surgery, it was a small procedure.
Okay.
It took an hour and a half.
It took an hour and a half.
When they said it'd be 15 minutes.
They said it'd be 15 minutes. And
which
I have
then
3
forced her husband to contemplate, holy crap, what if she dies?
Well, it's like Bill Walton said when he was going under the knife. They said it's just minor surgery. It's always minor surgery when it's not you being operated on.
That's true.
It's okay. But the surgeon actually did, each time we met with him, was mentioned how many times he had been, had surgery, right? He was like, I've had surgery so many times. It's fine.
No, he's done surgery.
No, he said he has had surgery. He described to me what the anesthesia was going to be like.
Was he painting a flag?
He was painting a flag, actually. he also has this pretty sick, nasty zebra print marble desk.
He's an eccentric dude.
He is, and yeah, and he wears like this bomber jacket with fur on it. It's very interesting.
But he has a marble desk with a zebra print on it, and he had a big Louis Vuitton belt.
Oh, he did have the Louis Vuitton belt.
The buckle.
I don't get the Louis Vuitton. I don't get it.
I think it's a status thing, but I don't think it's.
Your mom loves it, but she doesn't have it. But she goes, we'll go through the airport. Look at that luggage. I go, it looks stupid. I go, plus it's expensive.
I like the luggage. I like the classic luggage, but like the belts in it, I think that's kind of
okay. So anyway, he also has old-fashioned doctor tools,
like old surgeon's tools
on display.
In shadow boxes.
In shadow boxes,
kind of like Jack the Ripper.
Yeah,
a little
kind
bit.
of. And this big bust of an American eagle.
Yeah, and then a signed picture
from
Sarah
Jessica Parker, because I guess he did some kind of procedure for her too.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, he's a well-known surgeon. He's he's the best one in this practice. But anyway,
that's what everybody kept telling us anyway.
Well, I mean, I think if you can be that eccentric or whatever, like present
the
yourself
glasses,
that way.
I loved his glasses.
He has these little kind of.
He also had this messenger bag that also had like faux fur on it. Like leopard fur.
I think if you can present yourself like that and be taken seriously, you have to be a pretty damn good surgeon to get away with.
Yeah, so that did make me feel a little bit better.
But anyway.
And we asked all the nurses too. We were like,
oh, you got Inge. I was like,
don't say who it is.
Oh, anyway. They don't know the first name.
That's true. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, he's something, isn't he? And they were like, yeah, he's a real character. Anyway, okay.
Come on, Colleen.
Sorry.
Dragging this thing
is just dragging on, man.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, Central Park Pier.
Have we had 2 commercials since then?
The Central Park Pier wants to work with Dad Bod.
Or at least just doesn't want to send him home, which, I think is honorable. I don't know if it's good gameplay, but it's honorable.
I don't think it's good gameplay.
Yeah.
But
neither did David.
I get, but I would have been like, well, screw it. As long as it's not me, he can go back. I don't care.
Yeah. But Rick was worried about being the easy first road off. Kelly was all of a sudden like, goodbye to you, Rick. I don't want you anymore. I'm so mad, even though I was really sad when we had to send you home because we're all family.
Well, she was upset when he goes when I saw him. I just was like, that was the last person I wanted to see.
Well, because out of all of them, he had like an actual good reliance with David. So
right.
Like out of all the ones coming back, I think he had the best chance to keep going because he had a built-in alliance.
This really helped David's game today.
Yeah,
it did. And then over at Extinction Island, Wendy and Keith are like, "Peace out," and then there were 3. We go back over to the beach. Wentworth and Division 1 and their 2 idols. They know that Dad Bod's a great scapegoat to vote out. Kelly wants to have a talk with Joe, and she's all whiny about how she's got to work with Joe, and Joe is all like being Joe. I'm not going to even go say more about that.
But if you're Wentworth and Division 1, and Dad Bod comes back in, wouldn't you try to? You already have low on the numbers.
You're already down on the numbers.
You work with him?
Yeah, work with him. Bring over Joe. If you can,
Yeah, because again, that's another returning player. You should have some type of camaraderie there, but she's against Joe, too, because of the last time, second chances or whatever it was.
Yeah, she's just bitter.
She beat out Joe last time.
Yeah. So, her gameplay is kind of frustrating, too.
Anyway, yeah. Then we establish, so everybody can count, there's 6 women, 6 men left. 6 women, 7 men left, which is when I put together, there's 13 in the game, okay.
Nice.
Wentworth and Division 1 proposition to the women to get Dad Bod out. The Central Park Pier was totally shocked. And then she proposes Dad Bod or David, and I guess then she tells the rest of the group the comma 6? Wait, we're not the comma 6.
Yeah, comma 6. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that it should be Wentworth, though. So at this point, it's like 6 votes Wentworth, and then I guess they're splitting it on Dad Bod or David. The next morning, Dad Bod finds something in his bag, takes him to the forest, finds the
Wait, we got to remember, we never see him run.
Okay, that's true.
But he goes, yeah, I ran. the way.
Yeah, and then he makes it so obvious. He like brings his bag with him, and everybody's looking at him like because he's got this like shocked looking face. But he takes the whole thing to the forest, finds a 2-piece BFF necklace idol thing. He can't use it after this vote, but he can use it at the next vote if he has somebody else. So I'm assuming this is like the Thai really tall basketball player dude.
Scott Pollard.
Scott Pollard. Remember Ty wouldn't play he had to both play that same idol for the one person to be saved. And Ty was like,
and
sorry,
of course, they
bro.
held Aubrey accountable for that.
I know. Ugh, don't get me started on that season.
That's true. So, yeah, he has to find somebody else, play with someone else. So here's the question. He tells David about it and talks about at the same time how he's scared to death about tribal council. Why not use this to bring somebody else in if he's so scared that he's going to go home? Why take the person that you already have an alliance with?
Then you become even more of a threat. Like it's like because say somebody you don't even know, like, oh crap, he has this idol thing. We got to get him out. That's
even if you probably go back to Scott Pollard, he got screwed anyway. So I think Jay's right. You can't trust. I see what you're trying to say, Colleen. But if it hadn't been done before, or someone put in your head that he could screw me over, he could just be using me.
Yep. Because how many times has somebody tried to use the idol to like buy loyalty, and what's the percentage on that coming back to bite him in the face? Like 90%.
Usually the best thing is not to tell anybody you have an idol, but obviously this one you had to.
And I think he picked the person.
It was David was the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's a good point.
Well, David's smart enough to know that he needs the numbers.
Yeah.
And Devins is on his side.
Yep. I do hope that David and Dad Bod go a little bit further. I like them.
Yeah, so do I.
All right. We're okay. Now we are up to the individual immunity challenge. And so they had to balance. Was that religious statues of some
sort? I hope not, because that would be kind of offensive if it was.
That would be offensive if, they
I
knock
assume
them
it's
down.
not, but it looked like some type of, but, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if it was Amazing Race, it'd be the gnomes.
Oh, the Travelocity gnomes.
Is
that still a thing, the Travelocity gnome?
I think so.
Oh, anyway.
It is not
moving
Race.
on.
Yes, moving on.
The wind made this a quick one, at least.
Yeah, it was only 45 minutes long total or something like that. Central Park Pier ends up winning immunity.
Who knew she had such guns?
Yeah, I was like, damn, girl.
And everybody pointed it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw him before, and it's like...
Good for her.
All of a sudden, she's become a player.
Yeah, I wonder if we're starting to see the Julie Winner's Edit thing going on, like, all of a sudden, or if she's going to...
Or if it's her trilogy episode.
Yeah,
she's inserting herself in the game. She's getting more camera time.
Yeah.
She has guns.
And we have seen her here and there for all of the first half to kind of keep her in the back of our mind. So maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So as we go to commercial, though, Wentworth says everyone appears to be on board with her dad bod plan, but she's going to play her idol if she has to. Heading into day 19, Central Park Pier, Julie wants to get Wentworth out, and she and Victoria, then go talk to Dad Bod. David said that it's bad gameplay on everybody's part, pretty much. He's like, yeah, they all suck. No, he didn't really say that, but he was like, well, that's bad gameplay.
If you're Dad Bod and Victoria comes to you, yeah, you're not going home. You're not going back to Extinction Island.
Yeah, it was Julie that went to him.
But we're not telling you who you're voting for until we get to the thing. Do you go with that, or you just sit there and go, okay, I'm gonna get my own?
I think you do both, right? You kind of say, okay, awesome, but you still have to have like a contingency plans,
right? Because most people would have an ego and say, "You're not telling me what to do like that. I'm gonna get my own plan."
Well, I think it's like you mentioned it about Joe. I didn't really even engage with it, but like if somebody comes up to you, you say, "Yeah, absolutely, let's do it." But then you still try and come up with your A, B, C, D, and E plans for the different scenarios and seeing like how the cards are falling.
Concur.
But
yeah.
Anyway, so yes, we get to tribal, and Joe is voted out.
Yeah, and it was somewhat vague because we go into this and the comma 6 are like, well, it's either going to be Joe or Kelly, and good luck to them.
Well, I'm thinking the whole time, I go, why are you voting Kelly? She's terrible in the challenges, Get rid of Joe.
Because she's got a good like
She's a good player.
strategic game.
Well,
and she's a good player in general. She's kind of
But this was their chance though, because I was surprised she didn't play the idol. I was like, oh man, she's gonna pull another idol play.
Division 1 looked at her like, you're not
Division
playing it?
Division,
No.
yeah, she looked terrified.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're not doing
We're not doing this
Oh crap. Okay.
I like that Victoria didn't take any of Joe's crap.
I know. Yeah.
He was
Who
like going,
didn't?
Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
About me.
Yeah, and she was like, I didn't say physical threat.
There's other threats.
Fragile ego, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Go comb your hair.
Yeah, so Joe goes home, which was not really that surprising. Ron gave a lot of good face this episode.
It's good face, but damn, I want to know if these other players are noticing because he telegraphs his feelings.
Yeah, he looks at the camera like Jim from The Office almost.
Yeah.
There's going to be one of War Dog, a meme. This is how he was. I won't show people at home, but this is how he was.
What?
Oh. He was doing the V face.
Ah, yes.
I said, oh, that's going to be all over the internet.
I didn't notice it personally. I wasn't.
They had his face for like 10 seconds as Joe was, you made the wrong decision. I'm mad.
I'm sure.
I'm going to get even.
You guys just made the worst mistake. Like he was going Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, but I just don't think he had the case.
But even that, he wasn't even that assertive about it.
Yeah.
He has better hair than Julia Roberts.
I feel like they're comparable, like curly. I feel like they could both, go down.
That's
hair battle. All right, well, that is it. He is in Extinction Island, and we'll see how that goes.
Edge of Extinction.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
He's now the odds-on favorite to get back out of it for whatever that challenge is, except for what's his weakness? I feel like it should be something that includes a weakness for him.
His ego.
Or instead of having extra knots, they'll have 5 extra things they can throw on him.
I was waiting to pull an Ozzy saying, I'll go. Just vote me out. I'll go. I'll come back and win. And
because that worked out great for Ozzy.
It did.
All right, that will do it for the recap. Colleen, do we have any feedback for today's episode?
We do. We actually have several emails.
All right, well, let's get that feedback music rolling. And before we do that, let's take a quick moment for a commercial break for whatever things they want to put in. What do you guys guess that the commercial is going to be today? Colleen, what's your guess?
I don't know.
Jack, what's your guess?
It's going to be some kind of shampoo.
I'm going to guess Casper mattress. Anyways, here we go. Listener feedback. All right, it's listener feedback time. Colleen, take it away.
All right, so our first email is from Jeffrey, and it is #Ken is a 10 sequel.
Ooh.
Hey, Survivorans.
You right over there?
Yeah. I just wanted to write in to help Colleen remember the sequel to Ken is a 10 was Coal is My Goal.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you, Jeffrey. Further to this season's happenings, I'm thinking that the returnees will have to compete Big Brother style for a place in the merged tribe. This came in this morning, by the way, this email.
Okay.
Like Exile Island, the non-combatants will get to observe the proceedings, and the victor will rejoin the main cast. Will Extinction Island continue post-merge? It seems silly not to, since that's the title of the show. All will be revealed tonight. Glad to have you back after a season off. Well, we're glad to be back.
Yeah.
Except on my birthday.
Definitely not.
Definitely not on your birthday.
Every other night's been great.
Yeah, because we've been so on topic. Like it's tonight. So he was not that. He was pretty close with. Yeah.
I don't watch Big Brother, so I'm just take his word for it.
Yeah, there you go.
I should watch Big Brother. I've heard good things. Well, I've heard things.
Neither of them good, but.
Well, my mom asks me all the time, you watch Big Brother, right?
Everybody that I know that watches Big Brother has a love-hate relationship with it.
And I've watched a few episodes. I just don't know.
Yeah. All right.
It's on every night. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is a commitment from what I understand. Anyways, Victoria has a second email. So it's about darn time this show got interesting. First off, Edge of Extinction was pretty freaking awesome. I wanted everyone to win. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't want Reem, Keith, or Chris to win. Seeing Wendy fight through her twitches inspired me. But just like true Wendy fashion, she did something to get back into my good graces and then pissed me off when she left and raised the flag. I mean, the heck, Wendy. Don't go out like a chicken. Anywho. I mean, I had the same thing. I tweeted, I love Wendy. And after she, had that great moment on the beach talking to them. And then, like, the next scene, she played me for a fool because then she was like, peace. Anyway, I don't get too excited or think it's very fair when they do balance challenges in the wind. It darn near sucks. I was fairly surprised to see Julie had so much screen time today, especially since I thought her name was Aurora the whole time. So now I have to go back to the drawing board because I don't know who Aurora is. I looked at this whole episode and I didn't see her anywhere.
That's the Joe's
lawyer.
One.
Yeah, she's a divorce attorney or something. Yeah.
In her pregame stuff, she seemed to be like the most combative person, but she really hasn't shown it yet, or hasn't.
Yeah,
been seen
she
yet.
said. I thought she'd be gone because she was.
Yeah, she didn't because Reem came into the picture.
Next to Reem, everybody seems calm and serene.
I was thinking during that email, what if the person that wins to get back in the game got to pick someone that's in the game and say, no, you have to go to, that you're replacing me at Extinction Island.
Oh, they get like the power of vote, like vote out power.
Because you've been voted off by these people.
That'd probably cause riots in the streets.
That would cause riots in the streets.
But I'm just thinking that'd be cool. I mean, they still have a chance to get back in the game, but you say, yeah, Joe, remember how you voted me off? You're out. Or Wentworth, you're out. I'm taking your spot.
But then you're sending somebody to the jury who could potentially poison everybody against
that's
you.
Part of the game. I mean, you pick someone that has no. You pick someone like Wendy if she was still in the game.
I was going to say Wendy's already gone though.
I know, but I'm saying if someone like Wendy who's just like, I don't care.
Okay.
He likes
when
chickens.
You got skin in the game, you can play.
I just think that would be another twist. Now it'd suck as a player. It's like you didn't do anything to deserve, but you voted somebody out, so it came back to bite you in the butt.
That's actually
a
good season title.
What? Survivor, bite you in the butt?
Bite you in the butt.
I mean, we're running out of titles here, and themes. I mean, once we got past Ghost Island, it's all going to be downhill from here.
Jeff would like that title.
He would.
Yeah.
Survivor, balls are out.
Balls in your court.
All right. Anyway, side note.
So it's one tribe of basketball players and another tribe of judges.
That is the jump the shark moment right there. Are you on Team Balls or Team Court? We've officially lost Jay. And I really can't laugh as much as I want to.
Jay's finally enjoying his birthday.
I know. I think it's the first time Jay has enjoyed this podcast in years.
At that moment, at 10:14, Jay finally enjoyed his birthday.
Since Ken is a 10 was around, I mean, we haven't had this twinkle in his eye. And maybe until Cole started talking, we were all like, darn it, that was a mistake.
It was short-lived.
All right, anyway. Side note, please, Team Balls, Team Court. Everybody can pick their sides. Jacob, please make us a mug that says that. Side note, please tell me that you thought Ron looked super weird and sneaky today when he came up to Joe, today, and asked him, who do I vote for? He sucks at lying. I mean, he is really bad.
I know. He's like I'm surprised nobody's like called him out on it, but it is like
it's really bad.
Super
who
telegraph.
should I vote for?
I wouldn't trust him either. In my opinion, the vote was easy. Kelly was so easy to fall in love with her first season. These last two seasons appear to have made her more aggressive. See, I disagree. I think that she was still very likable and fan favorite-y last season as well.
I rooted for her, but this season she's just not there.
I think maybe she's just gotten progressively more like crusty and cynical. Like the more
maybe that we might have talked about before. She realizes that she's running out of chances. I mean, only so many Aussies and Boston Robs that keep getting invited back.
Yeah. Okay.
Eventually people go, okay, I don't want to see them again.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this was the perfect time to take Kelly out. These people are idiots. You send a guy who knows how to survive on a remote island to a darn remote island? Now he just needs to win one challenge to get back into the game instead of making him play a social game. Idiots.
Well, hold on. They do have Reem over there. That's a different kind of challenge altogether.
She can break you.
Yeah.
That's very true.
But the thing with Joe, though, too, is you I forgot what I was going to say. but that this group seems pretty tight. There's a good chance they just vote Kelly off next week.
Yeah,
and she still doesn't have the
But
numbers.
she's
But
the
she's the
idol,
idol.
so she can play the idol.
She has the
Yeah,
idol,
feeling.
but are you going? She should have played it. I mean, think about it today. She should have played it today, right? I mean, it worked out for her, but I thought she was going home at first. But Jeff was sly and kept all the Joes at the end.
He did. Oh man! All right.
All right, let me finish this email. Thank you.
You're the
I
one
thought
that's
she was
taking
done.
forever.
This is about to be a breeze for Joe. If they were smart, they should have voted out Kelly instead of vote out one of their own. Oh, instead of voting out one of their own. And what was the point of telling David and Rick to vote for Kelly? Now she knows her name is on the chopping block, so she'll probably play her idol next week. Stupid. But they told Dad Bod that Kelly wanted to vote him out, so I think David and Rick are smart enough to, keep that to themselves. At this point, I need Victoria to make the decisions. Cutthroat and Savage.
Well, maybe they told David and Dad Bod to vote for Kelly to get Kelly to let Kelly know that to keep them building an alliance.
Yeah, because it was Kelly's. Okay, so hold on. Victoria's got a PS.
Okay.
Is it me or does that idol look like those old school best friend hearts that were split in half? Thank you. That's what I said. Dad, Rick and David, best friends forever necklace. Ha 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 ha. Who's coming up with these? A 4-year-old? Come on, Survivor, do better. I just noticed something else. The people on Edge of Extinction Island are going to be on the jury, right? Well, if Joe comes back, won't that actually be a plus for him? The jury isn't going to see what happens at the tribe. They're going to go off of the social game at Edge of Extinction, right? Right?
Well, I think most of the people know Joe.
That's true. Do you know Joe?
Because it'll probably be all next week. They made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, Joe is definitely going to thrive on...
And then Reem leaves the game by punching him in the face.
I think she's going to be thrilled to have Joe there. I really do. And then our last email is from Mandy. Joe, no!
Oh, come on. You had to know it was coming, Mandy.
At least his hair looked nice. Now he can go to Edge for a couple of weeks, relax, catch some fish, and then come back in at the final 5. Why did Wendy and Keith go back to Edge and then immediately quit? Seems like wasted time. They could have been eating and drinking. Is it just me, or does the statues look like Charlie from Lost hiding place for his drugs? Okay, I said the same thing at first because he wasn't the Blessed Mother statues were.
It was similar to those, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I thought that they were. I was
You
like,
said
really?
at first, like, are those Virgin Mary?
So that's
Yeah, I was
why
like, are
Ron
those Virgin
dropped
Mary
his so
statues?
fast.
What?
That's why Ron dropped his so
You wanted that
fast.
hair on.
Yeah. So anyway.
I'll give you a birthday laugh, charity laugh for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who of the purple people will make it the furthest? Julia, Julie, Gavin, or Eric? So the purple people are people that pretty much don't, like Purple Kelly's the original, and we had Purple Brenda a few seasons ago. You don't really get any screen time except, here or there, some obligatory whatever. Julie, I don't think is a purple person after this episode, so I'm going to remove her from Mandy's list. So Julia, Gavin, or Eric, who is going to make it the furthest?
Julia, you never even see.
You did see her briefly at the beginning of this episode.
She's in my final 3, and I go, she's going to be there as a goat because she's not. She does nothing.
I think,
except do what Ron tells her to do.
yeah, I think out of the 3 of those that are left, it's probably going to be Julia. I'm taking Julie out because I do think that she's suddenly a contender and not a purple person.
So you're convinced her edit isn't because she's going to be voted out soon?
No, because I think Aurora is more of a purple person. I'm going to put Aurora in there instead of Julie Because
Okay.
we've barely even heard a confessional from Aurora.
Do you think it's because, like I said, her pre-interview was combative, that maybe she's changed her style?
Maybe, or maybe she's just not giving them anything good, and she doesn't make it to the final 3, so there's no reason to give her a story.
All right.
So, okay, let me ask this again. And Julia, Aurora, Gavin, or Eric? Who do we think is making it? Does Aurora change anything putting her in there for you?
No.
Okay. Jay?
Mm-mm.
So who do you think?
For which one?
Which of the people getting like no edits that or whatever are you think that will make it the furthest? Julia, Aurora, Gavin, or Eric?
Aurora.
Wasn't Eric your pick though?
Because I'm going to say he's going to win. He's not a goat.
So he's going to make it the furthest.
No,
who
you
of
said
the
who's
purple
going to make
people?
it
No. Who of the purple people will make it the furthest? The purple people are the people who aren't really speaking much.
I think
I'll give it to Gavin.
Anyways. Whatever.
Okay.
He likes fried pickles.
He does like fried pickles.
I'm so Southern. I like fried pickles.
Okay, she continues. Who of the purple people will make it? I'm sorry, I just said that. We could have a 13-person jury. W2H? So Reem, who was voted out first, can make the jury and give the win to a person she never met or played with.
That's a good point. Maybe Jay's right that she doesn't get to be on the jury.
Well, no, I think there'll be like a multi-level final challenge, and maybe so and so many will get to go. One will get to go back, and so many will be on the jury.
Maybe one. Yeah, maybe one person gets to go back to the game. One person gets to be on the jury.
We'll see. I don't know. And then she finishes up, Colleen, question for the Challenge Extra podcast with Bun Patty Bun Jr. Zachary, my girls think Jeff talks too much during the challenge. Do you like Jeff talking to the players during the challenge, or do you think he should be quiet? I will hopefully remember to ask Zach that question.
Because he was basically silent in the first couple seasons.
I rewatched. I started rewatching the first one a while back, and it was boring.
It is kind of, yeah. I like Jeff's questions, mainly because it has the inappropriate, accidentally or intentionally inappropriate things. And you can tell he's having fun doing it, and it pisses the players off.
NFL games, always say the announcers talk too much. Well, years ago, back in the 80s, they did a game between the Jets and the Dolphins. No announcers. It's just like you're there watching the game. It was boring. Even though when you're at the game, you don't have anybody. Some people bring their radios, but it was boring just watching the game going.
Yeah.
With nobody talking.
Yep.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about the next week on real quick, or?
Sure. Because it seems like somebody, I don't know if somebody's necessarily going to go out, but it looks like somebody got hurt or something.
Yeah. So if you don't listen, spoiler alert, if you don't do that, yeah, so the only person that we know it's not Victoria, because she is the one that's saying, what's going on, when she hears a commotion.
Yep.
Who is it?
Well, we'll save that for our tally, because that's where we'll
right.
decide who we think it could possibly go home.
Okay. Well, then let's tally those votes.
All right, let's do it. We have a proverbial smorgasbord of points being handed out this week, the most so far this season.
Wow.
So for our preseason picks, Joe, 2 of us said merge, 1 of us said pre-merge. Does anybody know who said what?
I'm going to say Jack
remember.
Said pre-merge.
Okay. I said pre-merge, so Jack and Colleen both get a tally there.
Woohoo! Finally!
And then for this episode, we knew that we assumed one person was going to be able to come back into the game. So not only would we pick who we thought was coming back, but we also, and I said who was going home, but also who we thought was coming back. So possibly doubling up points in this section as well. Colleen, you said Chris was going to get back in the game.
I did. I was wrong.
And Jack and I both said Rick, a.k.a. Devin, a.k.a. Dadball.
Well, I think the reason we said it was we said Keith would use the disadvantage
on
Chris.
On Chris.
Yep. And then for who we thought was going home, I said Julia, and then both Jack and Colleen said Joey Amazing. So a total...
That's a clean sweep for me today.
Yeah. So a total of 6 points, 6 tally points being given out. Jack gets every single opportunity.
I love this game.
So 3 tallies go to Jack, and I get 1 tally. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
No.
And Colleen, you get 2 tallies. And that brings the total so far.
Are you using a calculator so it's taking so long?
No, I'm inputting it in this little.
Oh,
sheet
okay.
I'm in last place with 3 tallies.
Ouch.
Colleen is in second place with 4.
I had 3 tallies tonight, Jay.
I know. And Jack is in first place with 9.
9. So
Wow.
I got a
Tally
5 tally
points.
lead.
So Jack is killing it this season.
I just need Victoria to go all the way and win it.
Well, Colleen still has a chance because you both have Victoria.
I know.
But again, Jack, this lead that you're getting right now is also making it very difficult for Colleen to possibly win, and I'm like completely out of it because I have a purple member as my winner pick, and as well as just 3 tally points. So we'll see how this all plays out, but things are looking good for Action Jackson so far.
It.
All right, so for episode 7. It looks like there's some type of possibly a medical emergency that could send somebody home. Do we want to have 2 separate picks here, saying possible medevac, and then a
let's
person
do it
actually
like that.
gets voted out? Even if the medevac necessarily takes up the being kicked out, it has to be medevac for that point to be true.
That's
Are we
fine.
fine with that?
Yeah.
All right, so it can't be just they got hurt and they stopped the game.
So
The
nobody
challenge.
will get a point if we're gonna vote. We're gonna pick 2 people, but nobody gets a point if for some reason that person doesn't go home.
Okay.
Correct. It's a true medevac, meaning they're being sent out. So there is a chance for double points here because if somebody gets medevaced and it's early enough that they'll actually no, if it's the challenge, it probably won't be somebody going home. But there is, I guess, there's a possibility they still do a vote. But anyway,
Well, don't forget back in Korong or whatever it was, they took Caleb out like near death, and they still voted what's her face off.
I think they vote someone out
Brain
because
Brawn Beauty, the first.
but I
one.
think it depends on how many days there are because
Second one.
that
we're,
gave a couple
they're, at
days
18,
still
they're at
to-
18 days right now. And there's still, like Colleen said, there's still like 30 people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
So someone's getting voted out. And maybe someone is going to go home.
Yeah.
Medevaced out too.
All right. So Jack, you get to pick for medevac first.
I'm going to go Ron.
Okay.
I don't know why, but he was pretty terrible at that challenge.
He was pretty. Colleen, you're up.
Oh man, I kind of hate to say it, but I feel like it could be David. He's looking pretty skinny.
Really? Okay.
He's
I hope
looking
it's not
rough.
David. Not that I don't like Ron, but I'm gonna go with Gavin.
That's a good choice.
Wild card. All right, Colleen, you get to go first for who you think is going home, meaning being voted out. So who do you think is being voted out?
I know. I'm thinking. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Wentworth. No, she's got an idol. She's gonna play her idol.
You think she's got? I mean, she could not play it.
No, she's got instincts. She knows.
All right.
It's got to be one of the 6. They got to start turning on each other at some point, right?
Not yet. They shouldn't yet.
No.
But you know how the game is.
I know how the game is.
All right, you got to pick somebody.
I'm gonna pick Julia.
Okay. I'm gonna go with War Dog.
I forgot he was even in the game, except
know.
for that thing he did.
All right, Jack, your pick.
I'm going to say that they try and get David out, and they use that magic idol, friend idol.
Magic
And-
Idol.
And they finally get smart, and they put the votes on Eric. And Eric goes out because they played the idol.
Whew. Okay, Jack, I will give you extra points if that does come true. So not only
Why?
Eric, but
Wow.
if Eric is idled out, I'll double his points.
Really?
So you'll get 2 points.
He's
Like-
already ahead. What does he need
He's
more
calling
I like
the
it.
shots.
I can't lose. It's like a no-lose situation for
He's
me.
calling his shot. I respect calling the shot. If he gets idled out.
Whatever.
I mean, if you look at it, Wentworth has an idol. Division 1 has an
You
idol.
want to take a chance, Colleen?
David and Dadbot have an idol. It's shared. they'd be stupid
Kelly,
not to
if
play
anything, Kelly's going to idle someone out. It's kind of her thing to idle people out.
It's true.
Just saying.
And that's how they turn the game around, because they get one of the other players out.
No.
And should there have been an idol? If we talked about last week, Aubrey has an idol. If she lost her idol, shouldn't be back in the game.
It should be back in the game.
Do we know if she's lost
We
the idol?
don't know.
That still hasn't been confirmed.
It's got to be gone because she's not playing the game. So, and there's no
she
guarantee
still has a chance to be back in the game.
But there's no guarantee she's going to get back in the game. There's
until
no way
she's
she still has that idol.
Out, I don't think that idol goes back into play.
I think it's still her idol because they probably would have said there's another idol in play.
Yeah, they haven't explicitly stated it either way. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I don't think you're wrong, Colleen. I think there's still a chance it could still be in play. You know, I don't know. We'll see. All right, well, that will do it for this episode. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me on my birthday.
Well, by the time they hear this, it won't be your birthday.
That's true.
Well, I don't know. It's we're gonna have this show out probably about 10 minutes from the time that I'm saying this right now. So
if we
could
can drag
still
this on
listen
another
to it.
hour and 40 minutes.
Well,
No.
California people, if they're listening immediately following,
That's true.
they might.
That's true.
That's true. I keep forgetting about California people.
Anyway.
Plus, it's your birthday week. Like at any point.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anyway, that will do it. Send us an email to survivorjjc@gmail.com. Also send a phone call to 385-309-0311. I want to thank the people that make the show possible, our patrons, especially Tack from Tokyo, Eckhart Richter, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, the Drake, and Ed, the Creepy Mailman.
Woohoo!
If you'd like to become a patron, go over to patreon.com/JandJack. That's patreon.com/JandJack. All patrons, anything being able to contribute is appreciated. All of our patrons, whether you give $1 or more a month, are thanked on our website at jandjack.com. And if you have $5 or more a month, you get access to our new bonus episodes that every show on the network is putting out right now. And if you like Survivor and you like and you want to listen to the person that Jack calls the best podcaster on the network,
yes,
Zach
without question.
Ratfelter, a.k.a. Bun Patty Bun, a.k.a. Ralph, a.k.a. JJ.
AKA Zachary Lewis Gladfelter.
A.k.a. ZLG.
No, he said I couldn't call him that. I asked him.
Yeah, because I tried when he played arcade games and he puts his name in, he did not like ZLG. He does.
I don't think he
ZAC.
understands the concept of initials yet.
Yeah, not there yet. That's okay.
No, I think he does, and he's just saying no.
But Challenge Cast with Zach and Colleen is a fun little addition to the network.
We do our best.
And
there were way too many challenges last time for him to keep.
Well,
who's he
gonna pick? Because it's not teams, it's individual.
He's gonna pick one player.
I know.
God, oh my God, he's gonna be. You got a 1 in 13 chance of being right.
I can't let him pick Joe.
You guys he's got to learn.
I know.
I don't think he's going to pick. I don't think he's picking the Central Park Pier.
No, he'll probably pick Kelly because he recognizes Kelly because she's the one that got hit in the head the first episode.
We'll see. That's why you have to tune in and listen to find out. For our patrons to get $5 or more a month. All right, this show is hosted by Colleen and Jack, and written by Colleen, as well as she does the posting. And then a recap is written by you. The game is done by me. You're welcome.
Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't take too much credit for that one, buddy.
Hey, so far I like it this season.
Jacob Parr does our artwork. Rob Francescini does our website design. And the music and stellar production and a little bit of hosting as well is done by me, Jay Gladfelter. All right, that will do it.
We'll give it to you because it's your birthday.
We'll see you guys next time. Hasta luego and goodbye.
Bye.
Peace out.